Hey guys, Michael here from the Blindfold Experience. I would like to welcome you to the very first episode of the NAS Video Spotlight. Here we will be taking a closer look at some of the videos from the New Artist Spotlight's YouTube channel. If you haven't been there, I recommend you go and pay it a visit. There's plenty of interviews, there's podcasts, and there's a bunch of great music. No, watch this first. We will be taking a closer look at some of those videos, and we will also have a special guest discussing their video. So, for the very first episode, we have none other than Ed Eagle, the founder of New Artist Spotlight, and we're going to discuss his video for It's Fine.
Look at my house, look at my cars. Who'd have thought I'd come this far?
So, without further ado, I would like to introduce our first guest. Ed Eagle, welcome. Great to have you here. Would you please give us a short introduction of yourself?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your very first show. It's awesome to be on the maiden voyage, and I think this is a really great idea, Michael. I think this is going to be a really cool way for us to kind of grow the YouTube page a little bit that we have, that we're trying to build, and give artists a chance. You know, we often, when we're interviewed, we talk about our songs, but we don't have a lot of, you know, when do we ever have a chance to talk about what the thought that went behind these videos? And I think sometimes the videos are, you know, just as interesting, if not more, than the songs. So thank you very much for inviting me. My name's Ed Eagle. I am a singer and guitarist, independent musician, originally from Pittsburgh. I've lived in Toronto for about the last 15 years. And I am a member of the New Artist Spotlight. If you're a member of the New Artist Spotlight, you have probably run into me at one point or the other.
Okay, great. So today we're going to talk about the video for It's Fine. It's a great song, by the way. Please tell us a little about the production of the video.
So I did it myself entirely. The kind of the neat thing, and you'll see as we watch the video, is how many of these clips they were all free. I used all free clips. And if you're a member of NAS, you know I'm all about trying to make sure artists can do things 100% free. So I'm trying to keep that going too with video. Can you actually make a video yourself 100% free? Because you see so many videos, even on our own playlist, where folks will pay other people to produce their videos for them. So excuse me, I wanted to try to do something on my own and see if I can make it kind of match the lyrics with just stock free video, and I was able to. And there are a few of them here that just stand out. Like, I can't believe how lucky I was to find them. So going into this, know that every piece of video here was something that I found for free. I think it was all in 4K too. You can actually watch this video in 4K, I believe. So it was all 4K video that I found for free online at artist's disposal.
So, is there a message in the song? Have you used the video to emphasize the message?
Yeah, for this entire song was it's about mental health, and it's about how people are dealing with mental health struggles, either their own or family or friends. We all have people we love who are dealing with this. Oftentimes, most people we know, it seems, are dealing with it, but they're not talking about it. So I kind of wanted to shed some light on this. I'm probably the last person that anyone would think had anxiety or depression issues. If you've met me in person, I'm a large, outgoing, loud, I like to have fun. I like to think I'm a fun person, center of the party kind of guy. And, even I have those struggles. And, a lot of it, comes from, growing up. I grew up in a very poor background in a very dangerous city, and one of the highest crime rates and most dangerous crime rates in the United States right now. And that kind of stuff, you never really get away from it. I'm in Canada. I'm 1,000 miles away from where I grew up, but that stuff's, in the back of my mind. I'm still the kid who grew up poor and in the hood and dealing with that kind of stuff. So that's my story. Some other people have stories of, they had abuse when they were kids, or I think it's oftentimes feeling a kid, they weren't safe. They didn't have the feeling of safety or something like that. And they struggle with that throughout their entire lives. So I tried to write a song that seemed really upbeat, and it was, it kind of clashed with the sinister almost lyrics of what's going on in the background. And for the video, I kind of wanted to show it from a protagonist perspective of the person who seems to have it all, but what they're really going through is nothing like what you see on these glossy shots here. And as the video goes through, you'll see it kind of starts off dark and it takes you back in time a little bit, and then it gets progressively more dark again until we finally reach the answer to the question in the chorus: why do I feel like I'm losing my mind? If I have all these great things in my life, why do I feel like I'm losing my mind? And we get the answer, at least one answer, my particular answer, my thought, at the end.
Yeah, that's interesting, because the first time I heard the song, I thought it was cheerful and upbeat, like you said, and then I listened to the words and I realized that this is not a cheerful song. There is a message here. Okay, I'm really looking forward to watching this with you, but before we do, I would just like to ask, what's next?
What's next? I have a video coming out with that I'm really super excited about. I haven't even seen the whole thing yet. We're recording this a couple days before my cover of Stevie Wonder's song Superstition is going to drop on Friday. And the video was created by one of our fellow NAS moderators, Jimmy from Wretched Pinhead Puppets. And it's off the charts. I know you've seen the preview of it too, Michael, and it's awesome, man.
Very superstitious. Writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Letters about to fall.
And I can't wait to see the whole thing. It took my idea. So most of my songs are kind of my originals. I try to do them as kind of social commentaries on things that people might not talk about, like mental health. For my first song, The Team, it was about how idiotic it is to have a two-party system. 300 years after, 250 years after whatever, after U.S. was founded, and how it just doesn't work anymore. You can't be A or B. Anyway, I can get into a whole other thing about that. You can go see that video with Abe Lincoln singing to you about how crooked both sides are. But so the social commentary here in what was Superstition that's coming up is kind of related to that. Believing things that you don't understand. They have the anti-vaxxers, or obviously the biggest one that you can find in the U.S. It's like, do we want to take the vaccine or no? Fox News and the Trump people are saying don't do it. The left wing is saying do it. And then they're switching sides a little bit now. Hannity, who's a big guy on Fox News, is saying, yes, you guys should get vaccinated now so everyone will be safe. And then there's those of us with, 12-year-old kids or younger, and are like, come on, guys, just get vaccinated. So my kids can't get vaccinated. They would if they could. So a lot of us are stuck in the middle. Anyway, and that's just one large example. We could get into very many more of... Oh, another thing that I find so fascinating right now, I've talked to a few people about this. I think you and I are close to the same age. And for, 98% of our lives, if the Pentagon would have admitted that UFOs were real, everyone would have lost their minds. But they just did it a few weeks ago, and no one seems to care. It's just kind of like, oh, okay. Part of it is probably because so many people have seen them. You're kind of like, okay, all these people aren't lying. But just, I don't know. It's another one of those things where, is it a superstition or is it real? Can you tell? How can you even tell anymore? What we're being told is the truth, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. I'm actually in the media. I worked for Major League Baseball, so I covered Major League Baseball for years. I was a reporter. I'm not anti-media. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I can also see how people are confused right now about what they should believe in. And my message, I guess, is when you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. And if you believe so wholeheartedly that you're willing to, to kill or die for these beliefs that you're being told, let's make sure that we know they're the truth before we jump into those deep waters. I guess that's kind of my my message with Superstition.
Okay, so we're going to watch a video for It's Fine, and I thought you could walk us through it while we play it.
It would be my absolute pleasure. Thank you. It's a great suggestion. Okay, so before we start, you can see that it's rain, it's dark. So we're starting out here. It's going to be from the perspective of the person who is the protagonist.
Okay.
So dark, gloomy. Oh, she's dialing 911, and I try to use fonts in the grimy style of like a late 1970s film, like a crime film, right? And you see something's bad, they dialed 911, and so we see our protagonist here. He's in the hospital, he's getting monitored, obviously. He's kind of fading out. And I actually do have a wife, a boy, and 2 girls, 2 dogs and a cat. You know, so that's kind of, these are all lyrics. That's not my dog, but it almost looks exactly like my dog. That is my planet, as far as I can tell. Not my house at all. None of those. Looks like my car. It does.
Nice.
I don't live in a climate anything like that. I live in Canada. So the first chorus, I try to use this video. It's shaking. It's not focused. It kind of it brings to mind like things aren't quite right. You know, like, why am I losing my mind? And in the song, it's such a sharp change from the verses to the chorus. And I just thought these speakers would look kind of cool with the synths that were going on there. It's like okay, something's odd here. Like, what's going on? We went from like normality to this. And these are actual videos, 4K videos that I found online of Toronto. So, which is where I live in Toronto. So. And again, you go back to people pretending like they have the great life. It seems perfect on the outside. They're cheering. Meanwhile, the only way they're getting through life is, the doctor here shaking and providing them pills to get through the day. So again, it's the facade versus the reality. And this time's a little more dark. It looks like a gunshot with the red flash and a little bit of blood. So maybe you think that's how the protagonist ended up in the hospital at the beginning, potentially. And I just hit the jackpot with these. I couldn't believe I found these videos for free. I mean, close-up videos of people obviously in distress, and then the heavy synths break in, and this guy right here looks like he's in fear, which I think works well with those synths. And here we got the money shot at the end where she's crying. And then
there's a lot of feelings in those eyes.
Yeah. Back to reality. Dad here can't pay the bills, even though he's in this great house. You got son upstairs. He's looking out the window. He's in this gigantic city, and he feels lonely. All the ants marching to work, or whatever phrase you want to use there. We all play the same role. We're pretending to be the clown, the tears of the clown kind of thing. And then, 6 feet under. And then... is this like to heaven or something like this? Where is this? Where are we going? It's tunnels, and why are we losing our mind? Again, I'm trying to, putting a lot into this stock footage that I was using. I was trying to make it more. And at the very end of the video, see why you're losing your mind as I scream. It's because you're on your computer too much. At least that's for me.
Well, I can relate to that. All right. Thank you very much, Ed, for being our first guest.
It was my pleasure. I'm so happy to be the first guinea pig on the show, and this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to watching this. I love all the new content that's going up on Naz, and when you first pitched this idea, I was like, oh man, that's a great idea. Please let me do It's Fine. I really want to do it. I think it's one that people might be surprised by. So thank you very much for the opportunity to do this.
Thank you. Now we're going to look at another video, and this one was chosen by Jade from Tapeworm Project. He's also a member of the video team on New Artist Spotlight. He has chosen a song by Hellbach, and it's called, I think, Ostkreuz or Ostkreuz. Should be Ostkreuz, I think. That was a great song. Great video too. The next song we're going to play has been chosen by Emerson from Ancient Machine. He's also a member of the video team here on New Artist Spotlight. And he has chosen this one. That was another great song. Well, that concludes the show, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you want to be a part of the next show, you can send us a message. The contact information will be in the info below. And if you're not a member of the New Artist Spotlight family yet, you can visit newartistspotlight.org. and become a member. It's fun. So, this has been great. I enjoyed it very much. I hope to see you next time. Rock on!